Have you ever felt like you didn't belong, like everyone around you was connected and you were just a shadow? I feel that every time I step into a room full of people speaking English. I remember the first time it hit me. I was at a company event, surrounded by colleagues laughing and sharing stories, and I was just nodding along. It's funny, isn't it, the way we navigate these moments? That fear of opening our mouths, of stumbling over words, grips us tightly. And there I was, caught in my own head, replaying conversations in English, but feeling the weight of silence pressing down. It wasn't just about language, it was about connection, about longing to be heard, to share my thoughts without fear of judgment. That night I realized that silence was my own choice, and maybe, just maybe, it was time to embrace my voice. The next morning I woke up feeling the weight of my decision. It was time to speak up. I dressed carefully, felt butterflies in my stomach. At the corporate event, I noticed the same crowd of English speakers mingling. My heart raced. Would I really do it? I spotted a group discussing a project. They looked engaged. I took a deep breath and walked towards them, thoughts racing. As I approached, one of them caught my eye. He smiled, and I felt a tiny spark of courage. Just say hello, I thought. I opened my mouth to greet them, but the words tangled. Instead, I just waved. It felt awkward, yet liberating in its own way. To my surprise, the group waved back enthusiastically. One woman even came over, asking about my role. I felt the tension ease. We exchanged names. I could feel the invisible bars starting to loosen. A small connection was forming piece by piece. Then I was invited to share an idea about a project. The moment was here. Fear washed over me, yet I took a breath. I shared my thoughts, my voice shaky but clear. The faces in the crowd turned to me, curious and engaged. Something shifted. Instead of the laughter I feared, I saw nods of recognition. It felt freeing, like I had broken through a barrier I'd built myself. The conversation continued naturally, and for the first time I felt like I belonged. I realized this was not just about me. Just like that, a new chapter began. I understood every voice matters, including mine. What other stories await if I keep speaking? I took a deep breath, feeling the weight of my voice. This was a new beginning, and eu estava pronto para me expressar. As I spoke, my heart raced. Memories flooded in, the first time I hesitated to raise my hand in class. The laughter that followed my mistake. A wave of shame washed over Mim. I vowed to never feel that way again. In that moment, I realized mistakes are part of our journey. Perfection is an illusion we chase. Those who fear speaking often forget this. It's not about being perfect, it's about being real. After the talk, a colleague approached me. I envied your courage, she said. Her eyes sparkled with admiration. We shared our stories, recognizing that we both fought our silence. There's unity in vulnerability. I remember my own silence, the moments I didn't step up. Each one was a missed opportunity. Little by little, I accepted that voice of mine. I understood the power it holds in shaping connections. I observed how others reacted, their laughter, their interest. They wanted to hear more. Then I noticed a shy face in the back. I recognized that look. It was me, a tempo atrás. It dawned on me that my story could inspire hers. A simple act of sharing could create a ripple. I stood up again, this time moving toward her. You can share too, I said, hoping to encourage her. With a timid smile, she nodded. Sometimes all it takes is a little push, a gentle invitation. Reflecting on that, I thought about my own growth. When did I learn to silence my voice? Was it the correction in class, the silence during meetings, the fear of being wrong? These fears age like fine wine, growing rich but not helpful. They cling to us, preventing progress. We must acknowledge these fears instead of burying them. Embrace the chaos, the messiness of learning. The more we practice speaking, the less daunting it becomes. Every stumble is a step forward, and just like that, I found purpose. To inspire others to a resilient path to learn in each moment. In this journey, I've realized every small voice matters, even in the cacophony of noise. Will you choose to embrace this journey too, to find strength beneath the surface? The stories waiting to be told are countless, each one valuable, full of lessons and emotions. What will your voice contribute today? Let's not let silence win this time. With my heart racing, I took a breath and stood up. The room felt heavy, and I was acutely aware of each expectant gaze on me. I could feel the heat submerging my cheeks. What if I stumbled? What if my words fell flat? But then a flicker of resolve ignited. Suddenly a memory surged back, me colleague's encouraging nod. Maybe my story mattered. Maybe I wasn't alone. I opened my mouth, words spilling out like a messy paint palette. Imperfect but real. The room was alive. They were listening. As I spoke, I noticed someone in the back nodding, a small sign of connection. My voice felt like a thread weaving through the air, but then I stumbled over a word. The floor felt like it was shaking. A wave of embarrassment washed over me. Silence. For a second, my heart sank, but I remembered mistakes are part of the journey. I forced a smile. That smile turned into laughs from the audience. They were with me, embracing my imperfections. I felt a weight lift. The words flowed again, this time infused with honesty. I was no longer a shadow. I was present, breathing life into my thoughts. As I wrapped up, a silence fell, almost reverent. I could see it in their ice recognition, understanding. We shared that moment. I stepped down, still trembling but freer than before. I had spoken, I had been heard. It was a small victory, but it mattered. In that moment, I realized embracing discomfort isn't weakness, it's strength. What voice will you give to the world today? That question lingered in the air, heavy and raw. What would I say next? It was the moment of truth. I took a deep breath, feeling my heart race. Everyone here shared a common fear, the fear of judgment. And alias quem nautem. I started to speak, stumbling over words, but com cada ero a conexo si tornava mais forte, as risadas iram libertadores, and en tau percibi eu now estava sozinho. Outras vozes começaram a surgir historias fluiram, isso era incrível, aquel momento de vulnerabilidade nos uniu. Percibi que às vezes e cute nos imperfeições que encontramos a verdadeira beleza, en tau eu perguntei qual vai ser a sua voz hoje. A resposta estava na sala, esperando por cada de nós.